Hi everyone and welcome back. This is my review video for the LG Nitro HD for AT&T. Did an unboxing video a couple days ago, had a chance to use the device then for the next few days, and have some likes and dislikes that I want to share with you. First I want to cover the specs again. Specs are always important, that's what people like about phones. The LG Nitro HD has a 4.5-inch IPS HD screen. Now the IPS stands for in-plane switching, which should give you a better view from the side or the top or the bottom when the phone's at an angle. And I'll kind of talk about that in a few minutes. It has 326 pixels per inch on the display, and it is a true HD display. It is a 1280 by 720 resolution, so it gives you a true HD resolution of 720. The processor in it is a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core processor by Snapdragon. Has 1 gigabyte of RAM, has 4 gigabytes of onboard storage, and it comes with a 16 gigabyte micro SD card that's in the back of the phone there underneath the battery cover. It is upgradable to a 32 gigabyte card, so it'll give you a total of 38 gigabytes of total storage. It does have an 8 megapixel rear-facing camera with an LED flash, and the front-facing camera is a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera. It is running Android's 2.3.5 software, codenamed Gingerbread, so we'll go over the software in a little bit. And the battery on it is a 3.8 volt lithium-ion battery, and it's 1,830 milliamp hours. And that's going to be a kind of a stickler on this phone, and once again I'll cover that in a couple seconds. Now onto my likes for the phone. First of all, it'd be the screen quality. Now the IPS HD screen, like I said, has 1280 by 720 resolution, so 720 total true HD resolution. One of only 3 phones by AT&T that has a true HD screen. The only drawback for the screen is the IPS gives me an impression that I should really notice a difference when I'm looking at the phone from an angle, from the side or the top or the bottom, to notice a difference in the quality and vividness of the color, and I just don't see it with the in-plane switching, so I really don't see that that's a big add-on. But with the True HD screen, it is a very vibrant screen, great color, great definition, even in small fonts, very crisp, detailed, so definitely a plus. In addition to the screen quality, it would be the video quality. The video quality on the device is a 1080p recording 8 megapixel camera, and it does record in True HD, like I said, 1080p, has the LED flash built in. Did some video recording, great quality on the record, actually really good quality on the audio as well. The next thing I really liked about the device was the 3-button selection on the bottom. Now they don't light up for very long at one time, but I do like the fact that they got rid of the search button and integrated it in as a long press on the keyboard at the bottom. Now the nice thing about the 3-button as opposed to the 4-button on most Android phones is you don't have to be as precise with where you're going to hit. So if you need the home button, you hit in the middle. If you need the setup button or menu button, you go on the left hand side. The back button, it's going to be the right hand side. So really nice addition with that. Another great feature for the LG Nitro is that you can manage your applications as well as how they're sorted. So you can see that the regular applications that come on the device are all right here, and you can scroll through, and you can change the style of which you scroll through as well, which is very nice. Then it also has a section for your downloaded applications. My absolute favorite part is that when you go in to manage your applications, you can take off the AT&T related applications that you maybe don't want. So the live TV application that comes directly with the phone, if you don't want it on there, you don't have to have it on there. So you can go ahead and delete it. And the very last thing that I really was impressed with was the overall feel of the device. When you hold it in your hand, the odd texture on the back surprisingly feels very good in the hand. It's a very nice feel, very nice size. It's a little thinner than some of the other phones that I've used with the 4.5-inch screen, so it is a great feel in the hand and actually operates very well. Now onto some things that I didn't particularly like about the device. Now I'm going to be a little picky here on some things, and you might agree or disagree, but these are things that I've noticed in some other of its peers in the AT&T 4G family. So I wanted to make sure that I compared apples to apples and really gave it a good review. So the dual-core processor does show some lag when you're going through different applications, and you can see just a little bit of it there. It's not enough to make you pull your hair out or anything, but It is just every once in a while it'll pop up, so it's something that you just have to know going in. But honestly, on a dual-core phone, you really shouldn't have lag, so it is a little surprising. And it definitely, like its peers in the Samsung and HTC family that don't have that, that is a little surprising. Battery life on the device would be the other big thing. With the battery, it's a 3.8 volt, 1,830 milliamp hour battery. So on other phones, it would last me all day. I would have to charge it at the end of the day and plug it in, when I go to bed. With the Nitro HD, I really had to, about halfway through the day, plug it in. And that really wasn't even using it a whole lot or having a lot of widgets going. It was just normal use, a couple phone calls, some text messaging, and just your normal widgets running in the background. So nothing crazy, so it is a little rough on the battery. So that's something I didn't particularly like. The touch sensitivity on the device as well is not as crisp as its peers. The scroll up and down, it just, once again, it lags a little bit. You can kind of see a little bit of it there. Its peers, it doesn't do that. So that's one thing that I don't particularly like about it. So one of the other little picky things that I have about the device is that you scroll through and once again you get to the end and it doesn't slide you over to the next screen that would have been all the way back over here. It doesn't rotate you through. It just kind of leaves you hanging at the end there. So there is one feature, which is a pinch on any of the home screens that will pull up a thumbnail of each one of the screens. It is nice, but you're almost quicker to go through and swipe through than doing that and then selecting the correct one. Call quality on the LG Nitro wasn't anything to write home about. It was okay. Not terrible, but not stellar. I wasn't wowed by the audio quality on the speakerphone or through the regular handset. So that was one thing. Once again, just being a little bit picky that it wasn't stellar. Overall, though, the phone was a fantastic device. Really like it. Would recommend it to friends and family. It's a very solid device, the LG Nitro. It is a true LTE 4G device. So great speeds, download speed was fantastic. The phone didn't have the wow factor for me. I really like the device. I like the Android operating system that it has. A couple little nitpicky things, but once again, LG did a nice job of not skinning it with their own HTC Sense or Moto Blur or anything like that. It just has Android software with a little bit added on, as opposed to some of the others that add quite a bit. So wrapping up, once again, it's a 3.5 out of 5 for me. I really like the device, solid device, would recommend it to friends and family as a good phone, especially if you're getting into 4G for the first time. Great display, great video recording, enjoy the way that the phone's physically set up. It just didn't have the wow factor for me. And like I said, I was a little nitpicky on some of the things like the battery and the touch sensitivity. So that's my review on the LG Nitro HD. I hope you get a chance to try it out and pick it up, and have a great day.